Parsva Hasta Padasana. Now, if you split myself into half, the left side and the right side are exactly symmetrical. Now, we're going to do Parsva. That means we turn one side. Now, I'm going to turn my right leg, bend the right leg, turn it out. My heel is aligned with the back arch. Use the heel to turn 45 degrees. Now, I use the mount to turn the rest of the foot. My heel is aligned with my back arch. Hands on the hips, open your feet. Now go to the back edge of your mat. Now bend your right leg, turn the right leg out. This leg, turn all the way out. After you turn all the way out, you need to examine and see your knee is still turning out. Okay? Can you see your knee? Need to align with the second, third toe. Actually, it's the thigh that's rolling. Okay? But when we say roll the thigh out, people cannot register in their mind. So we say we roll the knee. A lot of people, this buttock is like this. When we do Trikonasana, we go down. Can you see this buttock? Push like this. A lot of people do the Trikonasana like this. Can you see my round, firm butt here? In this position, push this in. This, you imagine your femur bone, your thigh bone, has a ball inside of your hip. That ball, suck it into the hip even more. So it becomes a compactness. Now, when we push this in, did you see my knee? People like to roll the knee in. Keep the knee out. Push in, keep the knee rolling out. So after you turn, now suck this in. After you suck this in, I want you now to roll from right hip to left hip. So you are facing more forward. Right hip, roll. Now, after you roll your hip, watch your knee again. Your knee wants to roll inside. Roll your knee out to the back. Roll. Resist. So rolling of the hip and rolling of the knee is in two opposite directions. This is where, this is my groin, the groin separation point, like this. Once again, keep the knee out, push the right buttock in, push this femur bone in, and then holding your knee out, turn the hip. After you turn the hip, back leg, press into the heel, push the thigh back. Push the thigh back. Arms to the side. Parsva Hasta Padasana. If you split me into half vertical, other than the leg, there's something that's still not quite symmetrical, which is the hip. Can you see this hip and this hip? My left hip is higher than my right hip. Can you see that? So we need to make this symmetrical. Now the left sit bone, sit down. As you sit your left sit bone down, can you see my hip now is level? When I extend the arms to the side, and then now if you split me into half, vertical half, so I'm exactly symmetrical from the hip up. The only thing different is my right leg is turned out, my left leg is face forward. Can you see that?